CATV is proudly presented by Toyota.
Shucks, we've been in a bit of trouble, obviously. Aussie dominated for pretty much the whole test so far, which has been very disappointing. Today, just couldn't get big enough partnerships going. Even though we were in trouble, I felt like the wicket didn't play too badly. I certainly got in, Vernon got in, and maybe could have extended a couple of partnerships, but we're pretty much in trouble after losing most of the top order early on with the new ball. With the ball in hand, I was quite disappointed with the session after lunch. I felt our intensities weren't as good as it should be. The session after that, after tea, we were pretty much behind the 8-ball, so what happened there was self-explanatory, but other than that, a very bad day for us, and we're going to need more than just a big fight tomorrow and day 5.
Davey, this is a familiar situation for the coaches. You're playing a lot of catch-up in the India series. I think you're obviously aiming to repeat your comeback.
Yeah, we're certainly not going to give up. I mean, it's quite obvious that we're in deep trouble, and there's only one team playing this test match at the moment, and that's not us. But giving up just doesn't exist in the team culture that we created over the last few years, and I'm certainly prepared to give it my best shot over the next few days. We know that the declaration can't be too far away. The bowlers are in good form, so we know what we're up against on a wicket that is misbehaving a little bit here and there. But I think once you get through the new ball, which is very important, which we couldn't do in the first innings, once you get through that new ball, it gets a lot easier. I felt quite comfortable from overs 35 onwards, and I think that's what it's going to be about. We might be up against 2 new balls if we bat that far and that deep, and it's going to be very important to get through the new ball, the first 20 overs.
Maybe what's it with you in the 90s, especially on this ground? It's like the fourth one where you've been stopped in the 90s.
Yeah, I don't know. To be honest with you, I didn't really stick to the game plan at that stage because there wasn't a lot of batters around anymore. But it's not my first one, and certainly, well, probably won't be my last. And I don't have an issue with 90s and 100s. They're all the same to me. I played my part. I gave my best shot for the boys, and I'm going to try and get 100 in the second innings.
Maybe how did you manage to play Johnson so successfully?
I don't know. I kept it quite simple. He's a really good bowler, class bowler. He came hard at all of us. He's an X-factor bowler, like Russell said in one of his interviews that I overheard. I kept it simple. I watched the ball, tried to move quite early, and just trust my instincts from there on in. I can't think of anything else. I just watched the ball and played the game.
Quick feet, how important was that?
I don't know, just good intensity in your body. If you're a bit lackadaisical, you're going to get hurt, and we don't want to. Yeah, you don't want that. So, yeah, I don't know. I just watched the ball and played the game.
What was the fielding today?
There's definitely, well, it's not an easy outfield to field on, even though it looks really, really good from the side. It's got a bit of what the guys call a snake, but still way below our standards. Like I said, after lunch, the fielding was certainly one of the factors that made me feel almost embarrassed. Very, very disappointed in the way that we fielded and bowled at times. Just with no intensity, which is not like us.
Maybe what do you think the difference was with what Richard Johnson did and what the South African bowlers did? Was it just an out-and-out pace thing, or what was the difference in success in the South Africans' struggles?
It's something you call momentum. It just felt like anything that came off a glove went to a hand. Where I can't count the times that some of their batters eat the gloves and bat and just gone over the slip cordon and over the keeper and march in the first innings through the point area, the gully area. That's what happens when you're behind the 8-ball. When one team's got confidence and momentum, things like that seem to happen a lot easier for them, and the bowlers look more skillful, they look fitter, and that's what that's in the situation we are right now, and we're going to have to fight to turn it around. But that's sport. If you lose the momentum, there's 50-50 chances go in the other direction.
So last few for Amy, please.
The last few, or the few minutes before lunch, it seemed like you were trying to create something. You know, obviously you got Chris Rogers out early, and that was probably your best chance for a breakthrough. How did you think Alex Dillon played in that period?
Yeah, I played well. I'm not sure that he's very comfortable with at this level yet. Obviously, he scored some runs and he did well. He looks like a good player, but it's certainly an area that we can attack if we do get a bit of confidence and momentum on our side. Look, I don't know. He played it quite well. Obviously, the pressure's on our side, so he didn't feel a lot of pressure in this innings that he played. But hopefully, somewhere along the series, we can exploit a few weaknesses in the top order.
So last two, please. Just to name one.
Facing Mitchell Johnson, how much of it is a case of having to be psychologically very strong?
To me, 100%. That's what it's all about. You can't show weakness. I try and keep it simple, but other than that, you got to be prepared to get hurt. And once you don't have that fear of getting hurt, then I feel you play a lot better. Most of the times you get yourself out. He doesn't really bowl you a peach of a delivery, but you just gotta fight it through.
Abby, you said the track is misbehaving a little bit. Can you maybe give us some more detail, obviously from a closer perspective? Are there some cracks starting to open up there, or what's?
Yeah, there are a few cracks. The funny thing is though that when it misbehaves, those are not the deliveries that get you wickets. For some reason, everything that hit a crack today missed the bat by a long way. Which is a good sign for us. It's more the bounce that's the dangerous part. There is a bit of inconsistent bounce, especially from Johnson's end or the end he bowled from. One or two just kicked up from a good length. So to me, that's the only danger. And if we can overcome that and get through that new ball, like I mentioned before, then we could come close to an upset here or saving this Test match.